Hey, what's up? This isn't going to be a typical reaction video because this won't be the first time I'm listening to this song. I've heard it more than 100 times. But I'm doing this because I want to tell you something about Varg Vikernes that nobody else in the world knows. And yeah, I will talk about this. Let's listen to this song. It's a fantastic song. It's one of the best songs I've ever heard. Yeah. Valen isn't even my favorite Burzum album, but the song is so bloody good, man. This is one of the songs I can have on loop for days. So, the thing is that I am a Vedic astrologer. I'm a musician, I'm a writer, and I'm also a Vedic astrologer. And I am the only person in the world who has analyzed Varg Vikernes' chart, his birth chart, his natal chart, according to Vedic astrology. What I found in this chart blew my mind. I am going to talk about this. We'll be talking more about this. But let's get back to the song. So, fabulous. The lyrics are so fucking good, man. the exact same reaction to the song every damn time. I've been listening to music for 30 years. I've been listening to metal for more than 25 years. I'm 40 years old. I'm going to be 41 soon. And this is one of the greatest tracks I've ever heard. Okay, now what I want to tell you about Varg is his birth chart has an extremely malefic combination, which clearly says that if this defect becomes strong, this person can go to jail for more than 10 years. This is in Varg Vikernes' natal chart. It was decided the day he was born that he was going to serve a prison sentence. And his birth chart, as in this particular combination that he has, that is in his chart, it even says at what point this person is likely to go to jail. I will talk more about this. Let's get back to the song. So, the Indian astrologers or Vedic astrologers anywhere, they haven't looked at Varg Vikernes' birth chart. They don't know who he is. I did this because I am a fan, I'm a fan of Varg Vikernes. I am a Burzum fan. I love black metal. I play black metal, man. I have a black metal band. I've had a death metal band, and this is my black metal band, and I have quite some music out. So one night I was drinking as usual, and I was listening to Burzum, and I decided to look at Varg's chart. I knew his date of birth, I knew his place of birth, so I looked up his time of birth. And my jaw dropped when I found out that he has this combination, because even I have a type of this combination, which is why I started studying Vedic astrology. This extremely malefic combination is called Kaal Sarp Yog. It's a curse. And there are 12 different types of it. Varg Vikernes has the 11th type of it. He has the 11th type of Kaal Sarp Yoga. I've made a video on this in English as well as Hindi. I have an ongoing video series about Kaal Sarp Yoga and other courses. In fact, Varg was the first case study I ever presented. I had no idea it was going to turn into a video series. I looked at Varg's chart and I found out that he had this Kaal Sarp Yoga. And I was really drunk at that time. I was drinking whiskey, and when I read what the type of Kaal Sarp Yoga that he has, what it says about him, what it said about how his life would be, man, the alcohol wore off. I was really drunk, but when I read what his Kaal Sarp Yoga says, let me tell you something else. I also checked the birth chart of Dead from Mayhem. He too had a type of Kaal Sarp Yoga, but he also had other curses. Dead's chart is really bad, and I've presented a case study on Dead too, in English as well as Hindi. And I've made 26 episodes so far. I'll be making more than 100 videos I'll be presenting more than 100 case studies on people who have or had Kaal Sarp Yoga or any of the other courses. I've made a video on Cliff Burton's birth chart. Cliff Burton of Metallica. He too had a type of Kaal Sarp Yoga. In fact, he had the same type of Kaal Sarp Yoga that Varg has. But Cliff also had other curses in his chart. He also had something called Pitra Dosh. I've made videos on him in English and Hindi. I'm going to put the playlists in the description box, so you can go and check out if you know any of the people I've made videos on so far. Of course you know Varg, which is why you're here. And if you know Varg, I'm sure you know Dead. If you're a metalhead, I'm sure you know who Cliff Burton was. And no other astrologer, there's nobody else who knows all this. Nobody's bothered to look at these people's birth charts according to Vedic astrology. Let's get back to the song. He's a genius. Varg is a musical genius. And I don't care if he hates me because I don't belong to his race or whatever. I've got no problem with that. I love him. He's given us so much great music. And we needed a character like him. This world needed Varg Vikernes.
We often think our home is clean, but hidden dust can be...
My only problem with this song is that it ends. Fuck. This song can't not hit someone, even if they don't have the lyrics, even if they don't understand what he's singing. And I just thought of a way to torture people. If you want to torture someone, make them listen to this song 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But don't tell them what it is. Don't tell them who the artist is. Don't tell them about this one-man band. Don't tell them the song's name. Don't even tell them what style of music this is. Most people won't know this is black metal. Most people don't know what black metal is. So you make a person listen to this 3, 4, 5 times, and then tell them you won't tell them what it is. And they'll be up all night, and they'll be thinking about it for the rest of their lives. This is not my favorite Burzum album, by the way. Fallen is not my favorite Burzum album. My favorite album is Beerus. And also Philosophism. But for me, Beerus is the greatest black metal album of all time. So I want you to know that I've made a video on videos on Varg Vikernes' birth chart, on Dead's birth chart, on Cliff Bowden's birth chart, and many other people, man. There are people from all walks of life. There are sports persons who have these dreadful, extremely malefic curses. And there are businessmen, and there are actors and models and politicians and other criminals. I've made videos on Ted Bundy's birth chart, man. Ted Bundy, the serial killer, he too had a type of Kaal Sarp Yog. And the one he had clearly said that this person is very likely to have serious psychological disorders. And we have all these psychologists and all these people try to find out which psychological disorder he had. What difference does it make? What these people don't know is that all this is clearly said. It's written in these people's charts. This is how they're going to become, and these things are going to happen to them. I'm doing this in Hindi and English because there are many Indians who don't speak English. And I want them to know about all these people and what happened to them, what these curses did to them. And I do this in English because I want people who don't understand Hindi, even in India and of course even outside, people from other countries, I want them to know that there is something like this and it is extremely dangerous. And that if they have it in their chart, they should do something about it. Things can be done about it. And what I tell people is, yes, things are written. There is destiny. But there is also free will. And when we are aware of our destiny, what has been written for us, only then can we do something about it. To tackle a problem, we first have to know what the problem is. Anyway, I'll talk about all this later, man. I say all this in all my videos, all my astrology videos. But I had to do this because I want people to know about Varg. I want Varg Vikernes to know about this, man. If you know Varg personally, let him know that there's something like this. He deserves to know. He deserves to know. He was the first case study I ever presented, and now, because of that, I have an entire video series. It's an original video series. It's based on my original research. Anyway, this was a lot of fun. Listening to the song for the, I don't know how many times I've heard already. I'll never stop listening to it, man. Alright.